What's up, dairy dudes and dudettes? I just want to do a quick video talking about how these collars work and some of the other things that the robots allow me to have access to as far as data and things like that to help me find cows in heat and cows that are sick. So these collars here, they calculate how much activity and rumination the cow's doing. It does the rumination by being on the side of the neck right there. And I don't know if you can see it. Girl, turn the other way. You can see it right there. It's right next to its muscle, and it can sense the muscle while it's chewing its mouth, you know. And it also just tells how much the cow is just moving around in a day. And it just kind of knows what the cow does in a usually day, and then if there's something different, it will be flagged for either being in heat because she's running. Because a cow in heat will, you know, activity is going to go up obviously, but they also eat less, so that'll be flagged. And also if they're just rumination and activity are down, you know, she could be real sick or lame, something like that. So we're gonna go to the computer now. I'm just gonna show you guys how that comes out in the computer for us to be able to see it. So we're here in the office now, and I don't know if you guys can see this. Try to get it. So I'm gonna go to the heat probability list. And then we'll have cows on here that those collars thought that we're gonna come in heat. So it's super easy to keep track of hot cows. It almost makes you so you can be stupid about it. You don't even have to pay attention hardly, because it just does everything for you. So like, let's click on one, this 1617. It should bring up her graph. So if you look here, she was in heat. Here's the end of the graph. So this is today. And you can see the blue line, the dark blue line is her activity, so that's boom, right up there. And then the light blue line is her rumination. So here's her activity on the bottom, right here, on a normal day. And then there's the rumination on normal. That's pretty changey, but here, just boom, right there for activity, and the rumination went down. And then you can see the red, that's like the heat probability that it came up with. And then here, looks like this cow's a little off. I think something's going on. Maybe she's a little cystic or something, or maybe we shot her up with, you know, to bring her in heat, luting her into heat. But here she was in heat again 16 days ago, which really technically it should be 21, unless we maybe are shooting her up. I don't know what my dad's doing there. My dad handles all the shots program, so I don't try to get involved with it too much. I don't want to get mixed things up. So yeah, so that's that. So that's the activity side of it. Now also it helps me as far as sick cows. So let's see if there's any cows that are flagged for that rumination being down. So this 1701 here, I've been treating her for a good amount of time now. She should be, I think she's starting to come back. She had mastitis. I think I got it cleared up. It's just a little hard still, like you can see. So if you see here, down here, she got flagged for this right rear quarter for being real high kind of activity. So I, you know, went out there and checked her that day. This is like almost this is the 20th, it's the 26th right now. So I checked her that day, started her treating her, treated her, and looks like she cleared up, but she was still just getting hit hard by everything, and her milk's not coming up very good, but hopefully she comes around. Now this milk wasn't going in the tank, so this was going down the drain, and the robot was washing. So I'm gonna click on her activity. So you can see her activity kind of stayed not too bad, relatively the same, but her rumination, man, it plummeted, crash, and it still hasn't come back. I'm hoping this cow comes around. I'm a little nervous that she's just not gonna come around the way I want to. You know, but I'm gonna try my best. Hopefully she comes around. I stopped treating her and just trying to hopefully let her come back on her own now. I think she just needs time to recover. I've done everything I think I could do, and it's just a matter of her just getting back in the game. You know, the mastitis is cleared up now and everything, so she'll come around, I think. I hope. So then I have, looks like I had 3 other cows on here, And the heat, so here's the thing, the chance of heat, the robot says chance of a 6. This one's 80, and then the one below it's 52. Was that 50, and then 24. But so I'm gonna check all 3 of these cows out, mostly because they're only 10 days fresh, 12 and 13 days. So that's a fresh cow. So I don't like if it's down, if Eddie's fresh cows, I check them. You know, these 2 I just brought over here, so I'll just wait till Andy just checked them out before we brought them over here today, and they were fine. So that means sometimes when you first bring them over, things are a little messed up. So I just brought her over today, even though she's 3-day fresh. I'm not gonna do anything. I think she looked fine this morning. Andy checked her out. Sometimes things just get flagged to the robot when you bring them over for the first time. It's just stupid stuff. So she'll hopefully, as long as she seemed fine. I brought her in the robot just now. She didn't seem that bad, so I'm not gonna worry about her. But these 3 have been here, and all of a sudden they're getting hit off. It says so. I think the biggest thing for these is this fat protein ratio. When it has that, that's the indicator for ketosis, and so I got to keep an eye on that because I don't want cows to. Because if I wait too long for treating something like that, it could go DA. I'm just gonna test them. They could be fine. Maybe I'm gonna take their temperature and I'm gonna take a sample of their blood, make sure they're not ketotic. I think all of them have been cleaning out good because I've been keeping an eye on them anyways. But I'm just gonna double check, make sure they're still, you know, not gonna go ketotic on me. So I'll check those 3 out. But so also the milk weights is a big thing. So like you see this one, it says dropped 23 pounds. So that's a good indicator, really good indicator I find, is just how much milk did she give today, you know. If it drops 20 pounds, you know, it's not good. So yeah, that's a good indicator that there's something going on. I've seen it like where cows just drop off of milk just because they're in heat, and you know, usually maybe they're going into the robot, you know, almost 4 or 5 times a day, and now all of a sudden they're in heat and they're just distracted by that and they just don't go in, and you know, all of a sudden they're 12 hours and they're leaking all over the place, and then you put them in or something, or they go in by themselves finally, and yeah, and they'll drop off, and sometimes they'll come up on the health report and I'll be like, you know, and then I'll be like, I think she was just in heat yesterday. Look at her, like, yeah, she's in heat, and I was like, then you can go and you can look at how often did she go in, like, oh yeah, she was way late, she couldn't hold that much milk, she was just leaking all over the place, and just that's why it dropped off, and I won't even look at them. Like, I'll be like, yeah, she'll be fine tomorrow. So I don't need to waste my time. It's just the list on the robot. You learn how to filter also, which helps you just focus on the cows that you need to go out there and look at. And so you learn how to filter it a little bit as time goes on. And really, I think it's great because, I mean, I was never really the cow person when we were milking in the old barn. And I never treated cows really. I did a little bit here and there helping my uncle. But usually my uncle's always on it. He was always the one who did it. Handled the fresh cows and all that. And now I have to do it in this barn. And he still does the old barn. He still does everything over there. I do kind of handle stuff. He just wasn't able to handle the computer thing. And just working with it. It's just too difficult for him. So I kind of took over, you know, and he kind of shadowed me. I asked him questions. How do I do this? So he pretty much is my mentor for all that stuff. But, you know, and I was never really that good at, I guess, he's like an expert, you know, he can spot a sick cow from a mile away, and I'm just like, you know, I'm not quite that good. So that's why the robot and all this stuff, this technology and stuff really helps me out, because I'm not that good. And it also helps teach me. I've learned more by doing, well, I mean, obviously you get better as time goes on just by doing it, but also I think it helped me transition to get better at it without needing the computer, because I'm like, I know what cows to look at then, and then I'm seeing them and knowing what they look like and seeing that their ears maybe are a little droopy or what's going on with them or how they're walking, the way they're standing, things like that. And yeah, it just helped me kind of learn without totally screwing everything up. So, you know, because I used to go out there and I would check almost like every count on the list. And I've learned that, you know, that's not something you necessarily have to do. And it doesn't hurt to like look at. You really want, but I've learned to filter the list, like I said. So, I guess this is just my opinion, really, and things. So it also has their milk temperature on them. I haven't found that to be as useful as other things because sometimes, yeah, I just haven't found it to be as useful as other functions of what I get for data and things. Like the connectivity obviously is a major one. I need that for these robots because you need that connectivity to make sure if they're getting mastitis or something like that, because nobody's there stripping them anymore. The robot's doing it, so they need to have those sensors in order to tell us what's going on there. So I guess that'll be it for this video, guys. If you want to dare another day with me, please like and subscribe. You know, if you're already subscribed, you don't have to subscribe. I know I've had some people ask me that, like some of my older friends, and so yeah, you don't have to. Once you're subscribed, you're just subscribed. I don't know if some people don't get that. So, all right, thank you guys. Have a great night.